In the 2010s, there was an explosion of non-black rappers with the emergence of internet-driven subcultures, allowing them to amass a following through platforms like Tumblr, SoundCloud, and YouTube. But some of these artists blurred the lines between authenticity and persona in hip-hop. Some, if not most of them, took on aesthetics associated with African American culture to advance their careers, then abandoned that same aesthetic once they felt they had gotten where they needed to be. There was also an influx of non-black artists thinking it was okay to use the N-word without having an understanding of the historical context and sensitivity surrounding the term. This era sparked numerous debates within the hip-hop community about cultural appropriation and the boundaries of artistic expression. But why did these artists disappear so quickly? In this video, we will be focusing our attention on the biggest white female rappers from that era and all of their controversies that led to their demise.
Curls like is that how black women look to you, or is that just your style?
Yeah, I don't dig that. I don't dig that at all. I think they lame as
No white person called me I don't care who you are.
When people call you on your bullshit, you know what I mean? Don't sit here and act like you haven't benefited from your white privilege.
One of the first culture vultures to emerge from that era is Toronto-born Cambodian rapper Honey Cocaine. She released a string of videos showcasing her rap skills to YouTube, addressing personal experiences and the challenges of her upbringing.
When you get it, would you please show them idiots? Cause they're lazy, we tell them get busy, bitch. Whole fam slang, bitch, I came from the bottom. I was in my thing, now I got him. They asked me, you can get bodied without reason. Just spoke to the homie, Mr. Rasta.
It wasn't long before Honey caught the attention of rapper Tyga in 2011. She gained widespread attention through her collaboration with him on the track Heisman. The song's success opened doors for her, leading to the release of her debut mixtape, F Your Feelings Volume 1, in February 2012. Honey continued to build her discography with subsequent projects like 90s Gold, Thug Love, and Like a Drug. Honey's sense of style also caught a lot of people's attention and became a staple in 2010's fashion trends. This, coupled with her music, increased her presence on social media. Honey was a decent rapper, but her casual use of the N-word in her rapping and sometimes Jamaican patois rubbed many people the wrong way.
You damn going like them crazy. Them happy addy ting Pondy Jane Street. Just love salsa. Is love coca, out your way. Dream it, then pursue it. Wake up like Buddhist. Yeah.
She was also frequently throwing the word around on Twitter, and it didn't help that she had black men co-signing her. Although Honey was a protege of Tyga's, she wasn't officially signed to his Last King's label. He invited her on his tour in February following the release of her mixtape, and in late March during a stop in Omaha, Nebraska, concert goers got rowdy in the audience and began throwing trash on stage as Tyga performed. In footage later posted on YouTube of the incident, Tyga can be heard challenging the culprits to see him outside.
Who do it? You do it! You do it! You didn't do it! Why you lying? You do it! Alright, see me outside, man.
The entire tour entourage, including Honey, were followed by a black four-door sedan that later opened fire on all of them. Honey was struck in the arm and was transported to Creighton University Medical Center, while the second victim, Derek Lowe, was grazed in the hip and refused treatment. She took to Twitter the next day to confirm the reports by saying, "Got shot and I'm not dead. Hashtag love life and God." She continued to collaborate with Tyga following the incident, but after that, she didn't really appear to be affiliated with the rapper and his label anymore, as he never offered her a deal. In 2013, she signed a publishing deal with Warner Chappell Music, but then took an extended hiatus from music after 2015, citing depression and loneliness. And when she returned, she started performing under the stage name Honey C and released her 2018 Wildfire mixtape before disappearing into obscurity. Despite years of being called out for her use of the N-word, Honey still has yet to address it. The White Girl Mob was the first set of vultures from the 2010s to make waves in the mainstream. They were a collective of young white women from Oakland, California involved in the hip-hop and fashion scenes. Comprising members included Krayshawn, V Nasty, and Lil Debbie. Kreayshawn, a rapper and director, played a pivotal role in bringing attention to the group. She's the daughter of Iggy Azalea, a member of the San Francisco punk band The Trash Women, and spent most of her teen years being rebellious, sometimes even living with her friend Lil Debbie. Her journey in music began as a music video producer, shooting and editing videos for Oakland-based rappers like E. Molly, Chris Stacks, and Lil B, whose infamous Like a Martian video she's responsible for. Kreayshawn would frequently post vlogs on YouTube and record mixtapes with her friends for fun. But her pivot to record an artist happened when DB the General's manager suggested she take rapping seriously, and that's when she started performing under the stage name Kreayshawn. Her first music video for the song Bumpin' Bumpin' gained a lot of negative attention on social media, and the video received majority dislikes on YouTube.
Bumpin', 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 dance floors bumpin'. Rockin' in the club, catch me on an elephant. Young Kreayshawn got me, but I feel so elegant.
Her first mixtape, Kitties and Choppas, was also released that year. In summer 2011, Kreayshawn released her song Gucci Gucci, a song calling out superficial people who prefer to wear designer labels. And this became her breakout hit.
I'm looking like Madonna, but I'm flossing like Ivana Trump. You know I keep that work.
The song became a viral sensation, reaching 3 million views in a matter of days. But the song's success was mainly due to its absurdity, and not so much about it actually being good. People couldn't really tell if the song was satire. Nonetheless, it landed her $1 million deal with Columbia Records within weeks of its release, and that year, she racked up a lot of accolades and nominations, including Best New Artist at the VMAs, and was listed one of the 19 most important white rappers in 2011. But critics questioned Kreayshawn's authenticity and the sustainability of her success.
What's your opinion on the come up of the white girl rapper right now?
I don't like Kreayshawn.
Okay, why don't you like Kreayshawn?
To me, she's like a wigger, and it's nothing personal. Like, to be honest, like, I f with white people the long way. I just did 2 shows out here. One was at Webster Hall and one was at Westway. Nothing but white people. They went crazy over me. I love one of my best friends, a white boy, white. So I don't like. To me, Kreayshawn remind me of the movie Baps.
Okay.
The big bamboo earrings, the whole like. The blonde in the front with the ring curls, like, is that how black women look to you, or is that just your style? Is that you, or are you trying to imitate a black girl? So until I actually talk to her and get to know her, I don't like her, because I don't like her image, and I don't think she deserved that VMA nomination because she just fresh off the porch, and I believe she got that because she's white, because it's plenty chicks that's spitting harder than her. I am one, and it's just, I don't like her.
Responding to Backlash, Kreayshawn said, in quotes, "I grew up in Oakland, and I've seen every race all get along, and all live on the same street and be in the same community. For people to say, like, someone is supposed to act a certain way because of their race, or they're not supposed to act this way because of their race, I think that's racist. Is there a class I'm supposed to take to learn how to be white? I'm just being me. That's why I don't even read all of that stuff, because all they say is a bunch of made-up stuff, most of the time." Her success also brought a lot of attention to the other 2 white girl mob members, but Kreayshawn was the one catching flack for V Nasty's use of the N-word. V Nasty, whose real name is Vanessa Renee Reese, is a mixed-race white and Vietnamese rapper from Oakland. Much like Kreayshawn, her teen years were rebellious, but V was in and out of jail and prison for various crimes, including robbery, and had given birth to her first child by the age of 15.
Hey, we out here, you feel me? Free be nasty, you know. Cigarette. I got you a cigarette. Hey, got some weed in the car, girl. I am fresh out this one. Hey, y'all talk. You got this be nasty here live, you feel me? We out here, we finna get it cracking. Fresh out. Fucking Chasey and Lil Weezy, you don't please me.
You want me to tell my sister to come on?
Nigga on my mama, nigga. Tell her that, nigga. Tell her right, tell her that.
She started freestyling in 2009 and showcased her talent on Kreayshawn's YouTube channel. She attracted attention from multiple record labels and even released a joint album with rapper Gucci Mane that was released through his 1017 record label. But her skills drew both support and criticism for her use of racial slurs.
Rest in peace to my niggas, you know it's retaliation. Like I'm playing Grand Theft Auto on a PlayStation. These niggas be mad, that's why they stay hating. You want this nigga get problems, I spot 'em.
On the other hand, some defended her right to artistic expression. Jack Thriller, Michael Blackson, Money J, and David Banner all condemned her use of the word.
And V Nasty. V Nasty, she the one that's be saying and stuff, right? I don't dig that. I don't dig that at all. I think they lame as
No white person call me. I don't care who you are. One of my best friends in the world could be white. Don't call me. Don't ever feel like you comfortable or close enough to call me.
Stop that shit. Y'all not black. Stop that bull. I'm gonna have these hood rats come whoop your ass.
Nobody got on her about it. If she said the N-word and cracked her head into the whitey, I bet you she won't say nothing like that no more, or God put her in her place, you know what I'm saying?
You know, just because we use it, don't really give other people the permission to use it. Although I kind of understand, you know, the psychology of growing up listening to hip-hop, the word being used so freely. Sometimes it's almost unavoidable when you reciting lyrics and like that.
David Banner also released a diss track aimed towards the entire white girl mob and other artists. V Nasty responded by mentioning his name on a track with Gucci Mane and doubled down on her unapologetic use of the word. But Kreayshawn was the one having to answer questions about the controversy, and it actually had a lot of people thinking that she was the one saying it.
A lot of people are very upset with your free use of the word nigga.
I don't say that. That's V Nasty.
That's V Nasty.
Yeah.
Do you tell her to say it? Like, do you tell her about? Do you talk to her about it?
Well, you know, when we're in Oakland and that whole thing before everyone was staring at us, I was like, yeah, I don't care if she says it. That's Vanessa. That's V Nasty. That's her. But now that everyone's freaking out about it, thinking I'm saying it,
yeah.
Now I'm like, Vanessa, come on, please, just
because you Gucci Mane.
Just stop.
You're the Gucci Mane of the group.
She's Waka Flocka and she doesn't care. She's just out there shaking her dreads and she doesn't, you know, she doesn't get it. But that's a Vanessa question.
But you're taking all the heat for it. So I mean,
I know.
At what point do you say?
Look, now I'm on stage and now I got to answer this question.
Pretty much.
It's V Nasty's fault.
Because the black people's like, Taz, we gonna kick your ass if you don't ask her. I don't listen to her music, man, but damn all that Gucci, ask her.
Is someone gonna sock me in the face right now? Because I'm feeling a little intimidated.
Why? Because I'm all big and you all little, I'm all black, and you all white. You feel intimidated?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when, you know, like when I'm in New York and I can't get a cab.
Yeah, no, I have to catch the cabs for my manager because they won't pick them up.
Exactly.
Makes me stand out there and get them.
And I think that's why people get so upset. But the thing of it is, people don't really know V Nasty; they know you.
Yeah.
Because it's Kreayshawn's YouTube account that gets all the hits. It's Kreayshawn's records that get the play. And so it's kind of like at the end of the day, if I do something, my boss catches heat. You see what I'm saying? And so he has to answer for the things that I do that are jacked up.
Well, I'm not V Nasty's boss.
Well,
V Nasty, her own woman.
Yeah, well, V Nasty, when I see you, we gonna have a conversation.
On the subject of controversy, V Nasty and the use of the N-word.
Yeah.
What's the story?
You know, V Nasty, that's my sister. She grew up same city I did, but she's crazy. She's a gun-toting, in and out of jail, crazy queen of crime.
Seriously?
Yeah. And
has she got tats all over her body?
She has the ghettoest tattoos I've ever seen, man. But
has she got stretch marks?
No, she doesn't. She's been blessed, you know.
Oh,
she doesn't have stretch marks.
And what, she just got a little carried away?
Yeah, you know, it's different out there in Oakland, and she's never been outside of Oakland before, and now that she sees the whole world for what it is, and everyone's watching her, you know, she's learning that it's not the smartest thing to walk around and say. So she's taken out of her vocabulary. So I'm happy for her.
But when she was using it, no offense was meant.
Yeah, no, out in Oakland, it's just, it's a way of saying, like, what's up, partner? Same
And the
feeling.
people she was using it around weren't offended.
No, people call me that all the time.
Exactly.
So, I don't use it. I don't use it in my music or anything like that because, I know the line.
And we're not trying to justify her using it, we're just putting it into context.
Yeah, I don't justify it. That's why, I've told her a lot of times to stop doing it, you know what I'm saying? But, she's working on it, so good for V Nasty.
In an interview with The Guardian, Kreayshawn said, in quotes, "Somebody said I used the N-word in Gucci Gucci over 30 times. I was like, what? I didn't even say it once. So what the f***? If I do say something about it, they're like, she's throwing V Nasty under the bus. But Vanessa doesn't care. She says people should ask her about it. I am a white girl. I have no opinion on it and nothing to say about what it means to someone else. I don't use it because it's not my place." Kreayshawn also called David Banner an old hater after his diss towards them. Meanwhile, she was dealing with her own controversies and feuds. In 2011, Kreayshawn did a freestyle on Philly's Cosmic Kev Come Up show where she dissed rapper Rick Ross, calling him fake.
When I pick up, I'm about to grab my knife. You tryna play me like a boss, but you faker than I cut your dick off. Ooh, like Lorena Bobbitt. Yeah, I'm Kreayshawn, and you can't stop it.
But then she immediately apologized in an interview with MTV, claiming the diss wasn't intentional and was just one big misunderstanding.
I've never ever intentionally dissed anybody my whole career. No offense to you, Rick Ross. There's no Rick Ross offensive things going on in there, even though it sounds like it.
Despite downplaying the diss to MTV, Kreayshawn went live on Ustream and proceeded to insult the Miami rapper.
I can't say shit like that. I can't say shit. I really want to say, what I really wanted to say is Rick Ross is fake. And
No,
yes,
don't.
Bitch, you are faker than Rick Ross.
Wingstop.
Oh, the Wingstop.
I should have said.
I wonder if he like that.
Can Rick Ross find his
Like Rick Ross's belly just on your.
I bet you $5 Rick Ross can't find his.
Oh, Rick Ross, that's where you got that ad lib. Where's your dick at?
I don't know.
Like he gave up.
Well, a few days later, on the night of the 2011 MTV Video Music Awards, Rick Ross and members of his Maybach Music group exchanged words with her manager Stretch, and things got heated live on air. Rick finally responded publicly in an interview a few weeks later in XXL magazine with threats, and even called the then 21-year-old rapper a dirty Kreayshawn had also been a victim of hacking, and her nude photos that were taken while she was underage were leaked on the internet. By January 2012, the white girl mob was falling apart. Lil Debbie, the lesser-known member, was kicked out of the collective. V Nasty accused her of snitching on both her and Kreayshawn to the police, which landed them in jail with criminal charges. V says they forgave her for it, but more drama kept occurring, which led to her removal from the group. Then V finally addressed her use of the N-word, saying that she stopped using it in her music because she didn't want to offend people, but in the same breath said she won't stop using it, also justifying her use of it because both of her baby's fathers are, quote, black as hell. She told Complex magazine, "With my use of the N-word, I don't say it in the public eye or in my music anymore. But with my friends, I'm not changing it for nobody. They mad that I even stopped saying it in my music now. Around my home with everybody where I'm from, I'm not changing it. I said it on the Gucci mixtape. I respect people's opinion. So I backed off of using it because I don't want anybody feeling disrespected or anything."
It was weighing down on me, like, I didn't, cause this is, mind you, I'm in the hood every day at this point, you know what I'm saying? I'm trapping, I'm trying to make sure I'm feeding me and my kids, so it was like, damn, like, these people, like, all they say is, she shouldn't be saying the N-word, she white, she ain't from the hood, she ain't raised like this is a culture, this is voodoo, this, like, come on, but y'all don't know me, like, this is where I was raised, it's not, I didn't even know it was a problem somewhere else, because I've never been nowhere else, so I'm supposed to know how y'all feel about me.
So you've never really traveled before?
Hell no, like, nah.
Huh, okay.
Nah, I didn't travel before I started rapping. Yeah. And it's like, how am I supposed to know that people get offended by that when everybody in Oakland, California say the N-word?
I don't say the N-word anymore, okay?
So if it makes you happier or it makes you feel like, oh, she just stopped saying it because everybody was tripping, yes, that is why I stopped saying it. Because before, when I wasn't on the camera, when nobody knew who I was and I was saying it, nobody cared. Nobody gave a fuck. Now it's like I'm just watching it because I don't want to disrespect anybody, you feel me, who does have a different feeling about it, because I didn't know how it was outside my city, you feel me?
V was also eventually kicked out of the white girl mob, leaving Kreayshawn on her own. But she still continued to independently release mixtapes and EPs before disappearing into obscurity. Kreayshawn struggled to sustain her mainstream career. None of the singles she released after Gucci Gucci saw commercial success, and all failed to chart. And her debut album, released in September 2012, only sold 3,500 copies in its first week of release, holding the title of one of the worst first week sales ever at the time. Kreayshawn shared on Twitter a year later that she only profited 1 cent in royalties from the album. Then, according to her, she was dropped by her label 3 days after announcing her pregnancy. Her bank account was seized in 2015 over unpaid taxes, and she says it's because her accountant stole her money. But even after her tax lien was resolved, she was still in debt with Sony Music, who she still owed money to from her Gucci Gucci days. The news of Kreayshawn's money issues was hilarious to people who thought her career was fraudulent from the beginning. Years later, she revealed that she's still roughly $800,000 in debt and does OnlyFans to stay afloat financially. Kreayshawn also acknowledged her privilege and says she quit rapping to make room for black women in hip-hop. Then we have Lil Debbie, who struggled to gain the same level of success as her 2 white girl mob members, despite releasing 3 albums. But she did venture into fashion and styling, which is what she studied in college.
Me and Kreayshawn, we don't talk. I don't have anything against her. I just feel like the whole situation of all of us together could have played out differently. I think we could have all been bigger together. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not mad at her. You know, she's doing her. She's pregnant now, so, you know, congratulations, and life goes on.
And V Nasty still uses the N-word and shows no signs of slowing down.
Okay.
So then what made me be seen was like me saying nigga, you feel me?
That was
like,
the first
oh, this
thing.
white girl saying what?
And so
that's all you looking at? You don't know what I've been through. You don't know my struggle. You don't know what I've seen. You don't know. I'm a nigga. I'm a nigga. I am a nigga.
In what way?
I'm a nigga. I'm a nigga.
But what does that mean to you when you say that?
And finally, we have the biggest breakout white female rapper from that era. Iggy Azalea definitely knows a thing or 2 or 3 about controversy. Born Amethyst Amelia Kelly in 1990 in Sydney, Australia, Iggy Azalea was drawn to hip-hop from a young age, citing artists like Tupac and Missy Elliott as early influences. Despite growing up in a country with a limited hip-hop scene, Iggy honed in on her rap skills. In pursuit of her musical dreams, Iggy relocated to the United States at the age of 16, settling in Miami, Florida, Houston, then Atlanta, where she worked for rapper Backbone of the Dungeon Family Rap Collective for a few years. She later caught the attention of someone who worked at Interscope Records, who then encouraged her to move to LA to pursue music seriously. Iggy began recording and uploading music and freestyles to her YouTube channel.
Bitch, one ton heavy, foreign like your whip, both guns ready, let's start check.
So hard to get, just pass go, you a star to keep. Pre-release can't find like this, hard to swallow.
You tell me that I do it good, you told me that I do you good. You swear your foot ain't on the gas, huh? Who you fooling, still a backseat driver? Every time you get close, you can't make.
And her mixtape titled Ignorant Art was released in September 2011. Her song went viral, and her skills impressed a lot of people.
Iggy, illy, wetter than the Amazon, taste this kitty, silly billy, poppin' pillies, smoking like a swisher lip.
After all, this was during the Kreayshawn era, so seeing a viral white rapper who can actually rap was refreshing to people. Iggy even threw shade at Kreayshawn and blasted critics who compared her to the Gucci Gucci rapper. Within a year, Iggy independently signed to T.I.'s Grand Hustle Records, released an EP, embarked on 3 tours, including MTV's 2012 Closer to My Dreams tour, and landed a spot on XXL's freshman class list. In February 2013, she released her first commercial single titled work.
I've been working on my shit. Now get this work.
The track peaked at number 54 and was later certified platinum. But just as her career was starting to take off, controversy and criticism were brewing. When she landed the XXL freshman cover, Azalea Banks tweeted, "Iggy Azalea on the XXL freshman list is all wrong. How can you endorse a white woman who called herself a runaway slave master?" Sorry guys, I'm pro-black girl. I'm not anti-white girl, but I'm also not here for anyone outside of my culture trying to trivialize very serious aspects of it. This put a spotlight on a verse Iggy did back in 2011.
When it really starts, I'm a runaway slave. Master.
People even called her out for using Kendrick Lamar's lyrics for the freestyle.
Finish line with the tire marks. Tire marks. Finish line with the tire marks. When the relay starts, I'm a runaway slave. When the relay starts, I'm a runaway train. When the relay starts, I'm a runaway slave. Phone call. Got hoes on call to come through, take a protocol. Just damage it, that's my protocol. These many Australians on source and no camera. I don't care who you are, no kidding man. Type with a godly protocol, you an amateur. They want a protocol. I damage you on camera and Compton.
This forced Iggy to write an open letter apologizing for her runaway slave master lyric, calling it a tacky and careless thing. But Iggy's success continued, and she signed a major deal with Def Jam. Her breakthrough moment came with the release of her smash hit single, Fancy, featuring Charlie XCX in 2014.
First things first, I'm the realest. Drop this and let the whole world feel it. Let them feel it.
I'm so fancy. Can't you taste this gold?
The infectious track topped the charts worldwide, catapulting Iggy to mainstream success and earning her widespread acclaim. Because of Charlie's catchy hook, Fancy became a cultural phenomenon, solidifying Iggy's status as a rising star in the music industry. But more eyes on her meant more criticism. She was rightfully being called out for adopting an exaggerated Southern Black American persona and accent, perpetuating harmful stereotypes and contributing to the erasure of Black artists' contributions to hip-hop culture. She had also been embroiled in a few public feuds with other artists and faced backlash for insensitive remarks and actions. Singer K. Michelle tweeted, "How can you be from another country and rap like you're from Memphis, Tennessee?" When asked about her black scent in an interview for the cover of Complex magazine, she responded with, "If you're mad about it and you're a black person, then start a rap career and give it a go too. I'm not taking anyone's spot, so make yourself a mixtape. Or maybe if you're black, start singing like a country singer or be a white person. I don't know. Why is it such a big deal?" This comment obviously caused her career more harm than she expected. To make matters worse, people started uncovering past tweets where Iggy made racist remarks about different minority groups. The year 2014 got increasingly tough for her as she was constantly being called out by other hip-hop artists like Rah Digga, Snoop Dogg, Lord Jamar, and even Eminem.
Because hip-hop embraces authenticity. I pretty much already know the lifestyle of, you know, sisters here in America, and I don't need a white girl from Australia to come in here and pretend like she knows it and try to tell me some shit and do it authentically in your real voice. You know what I mean? We think that this new industry to just be phony and it doesn't matter, like authenticity doesn't matter and the truth doesn't matter. We think that's the new hip hop, but that's not hip hop. Like, you know what I mean? Because hip hop is based in telling the truth. You don't care what your music's described like because you don't care about the music. You don't give a f. This is a hustle to you. You know what I mean? You trying to, whatever works. We saw the video when you did the Britney Spears type of shit. You dig? That didn't work for you. So you did some other shit. You know what I mean? Like, and this happened to be the one that popped off for you. You know what I mean? If rap didn't pop off, because tomorrow you could throw this off and do country music. You don't give a f. You just want to be famous. You just want to have money. You just want to be popular. And that's okay. But don't sit here and play the victim when people call you on your bullshit. You know what I mean? Don't sit here and act like you haven't benefited from your white privilege in this industry that you've come into, and now act like this is some sort of woman issue where Rah Digga is trying to pull down another woman who's just out here trying to be successful. Nah, it's not about that.
See, Iggy Azalea is like, I can't get into her because it's just not real to me. Like,
it's not even her real voice.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know what? And not for nothing, because people have accents in real life as opposed to
like
when they
Idris
work.
Elba. I never knew he had an accent.
But let me say this to you. Now, there is a white girl from Australia that spits in an Australian accent, and her name is Chelsea Jane. Like, that I can get into. Like, teach me Australian hip hop culture. Don't come to America and try to convince me that you're gangsta boo. Like, that's it. That's it. Like, that's what it is. She's a beautiful girl. I mean, you know, like, capitalize off the supermodeling thing, but it's like, we're not gonna believe you if you're trying to convince us that you out here like trap shooting street. I can't. I don't personally, I don't consider her hip hop. Like, I listen to her album. Like, everything that I hear on there is everything but that. And I feel like hip hop is hip hop. Like,
yes. Who is this? Iggy Azalea. Yeah, hey. Oh, no. You can come, because what you're doing is definitely not rap. Yeah. In fact, yeah. Oh, yeah, I got on my overalls. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to send an Uber for you right now. Yeah, come on, be outside.
That summer, when Nicki Minaj accepted the Best Female Hip Hop Award at the BET Awards, that Iggy was also nominated for, she thanked BET for awarding the trophy based on authenticity. And many saw this as a shot at the rapper.
I hope and pray that BET continues to honor authenticity. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Steven, I love you.
A rapper by the name of Mad Mary even released a diss track titled F Iggy. Then came the criticism towards her and other culture vultures for their silence on black social issues, despite using black aesthetic to enhance their image and careers. Her longtime arch nemesis, Azalea Banks, called her out on it, tweeting, "It's funny to see people like Igloo Australia silent when these things happen. Black culture is cool, but black issues sure aren't, huh?" Iggy subtweeted her back, writing, "We've all read the script a billion times now. Find a new game plan." Then rapper Q-Tip attempted to educate her about the connection between hip-hop and activism in tweets that read, "Hip-hop is an artistic and socio-political movement and culture that sprang from the disparate ghettos of New York in the early 70s, coming off the heels of the Civil Rights Movement and approaching the end of the Vietnam War. It was a crossroads for America, specifically for blacks in the US. Our neighborhoods were proliferated with a rush of heroin. Believe it or not, young black and Latino lives specifically weren't acknowledged in mainstream American culture, unless, of course, the combo was about gangs, being criminals, or uneducated. But hip-hop showed that we had depth, fire, and brilliance." After this, T.I. says he cut ties with Iggy over her dismissal of Q-Tip and the Backlash. Iggy landed a few more Billboard charting songs following Fancy, but she had done so much damage to her career and image from her responses to all of the controversies. And to aggravate the public even more, she frequently engaged in feuds with other artists and got entangled in petty social media mess. She's also faced contractual disputes with her record labels, a common predicament the other vultures found themselves in. And that's the price you pay for making appropriation your artistry. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, like this video, and subscribe to BFTV for more content.